Hello everyone and welcome to Tarot for Manifesting. My name is Caitlin. I'm going to be performing this reading for you all today. And today we're going to be speaking to those of you who are manifesting love, okay? In whatever form that looks like. If you are single and bringing in a new partner, if you are currently in a relationship and manifesting a deeper expression of love within your relationship, these messages are going to be for you, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for those currently manifesting love? Spirit, what messages do you have for those who are currently manifesting love? Anyone who has clicked on this video, what do they need to hear at this time, please, Spirit? We have Justice in the reverse. The Five of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Queen of Swords. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Chariot. And we have the Eight of Wands. I meant to take that upright, but it flipped. It ended up being in the reverse. So we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. And underneath the deck for your overall energy here, we have the Five of Wands. Okay. It feels like for a lot of you, there is a very conflicting energy within the self right now. And this will mean different things based on what stage of the journey you're in, who exactly we're talking to, everything like that. If you're in a relationship, this will look different than if you are single, but I just feel like there's a bit of conflict here. The Five of Wands is inner conflict, okay? It's kind of like the self is kind of torn into two. One half of us wants to move forward here with the Chariot, and the other part of us feels like it's better if we walk away from something. We have the Knight of Wands energy here as well, coming in above this Eight of Cups. This makes me feel like if you are in a kind of a specific message for those of you who are in a situationship, because the Knight of Wands can talk about situationships. It can talk about kind of scattered energy where we're kind of one foot in, one foot out. It feels like this is Spirit kind of, you already kind of feel it within yourself if this is your situation, right? If you're in a situationship and this person is kind of, half of you feels like you should kind of walk away, leave it behind, and the other half of you feels like, oh, maybe we could pursue it here. Maybe with the Three of Pentacles, maybe we could work something out, right? This is where this kind of split is coming from. But the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, right? It's not necessarily just that we're cutting the cord, and just moving on. It's like, I mean, it is like that, but it's not in vain, it's not for no reason. The Eight of Cups is when we've kind of woken up to the fact that this is not a good situation for us, because in being in that kind of half in, half out situation, we are kind of torn in two at the same time, We have the Chariot here and the Five of Swords. So it makes me feel like if you're not in a relationship or a situation, if you're just single and you're manifesting someone, it feels like you may be kind of trying to push and push and push this forward, push this manifestation to happen. And the Five of Swords here, as well as the Five of Wands, it's like it's not happening, It's like we're trying to collaborate, we're trying to work together, we're trying to co-create with spirit. If we're in a situation, maybe we're trying to work with our person or work with our partner. In a relationship, if we're trying to go deeper, it just feels like we're hitting a block here, or we're being kind of like shut out. The Queen of Swords is very like closed door. I don't want anything to do with that. No. That's what this Queen of Swords energy is here. So it feels like in trying to kind of, there's this energy of force that's happening a little bit here. And it's happening very subtly, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is this energy of collaboration, but it feels almost like there's so much of a desire for collaboration that it's kind of like the desire for the collaboration itself is what's kind of forcing, it feels very forced, this energy does. And it feels like whatever your situation is, with this Queen of Swords energy, it feels like spirit is kind of meeting you with that kind of shut down. No. We don't force things. Like that's kind of spirit's message here. We don't force things. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse here and the Justice card in the reverse. It feels like the inner self is kind of yelling, but it's not fair with Justice in the reverse. It's not fair. I want it. I've been trying to co-create with you. I've been trying to manifest and it's not happening. This is not fair. We have the Eight of Wands here. It's like you're waiting for things to move forward. You're waiting for things to pick up. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're trying to, visualize. You're trying to script. You're trying to put yourself in that vibration. You're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing here, right? And with the Eight of Wands in the reverse here, it's like nothing is coming. Nothing is happening. There's no movement. But it's like we're pushing and we're pushing and we're pushing, and spirit's just like, no. Our outside world doesn't respond to that vibration of force. And with this Eight of Cups energy here, it feels like this is spirit's guidance to you to kind of just take a step back and detach. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest right now, well, whatever kind of relationship it is not showing up. And the Queen of Swords is also very much about detachment here. It feels like spirit is really encouraging you to detach. Okay. This kind of energy that we're in of like, oh, it's not fair. It's not working. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. And it's not showing up. This is a card of self-sabotage here with the Five of Swords, okay? If it's not showing up and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing and it's still not showing up, this is Spirit asking you to loosen your grip, okay? That's the next phase, letting go of the manifestation, loosening the grip. If we can kind of shift our attention or shift our focus to something that, let's say, doesn't have as much emotional value to us, and we can just kind of give our attention fully to that, then we've done all the work that we need to do. Now we just need to detach, take a step back and let go. But it's really, really hard to kind of take that step back and let go whenever you don't have anything to kind of fill that void. You know, if we've been eating, sleeping, and breathing, manifesting love, and it's not showing up, we can be kind of too involved to the point where we're just kind of hitting a brick wall because we're too invested, we're too dependent on seeing the outcome in the outside world here. So this is Spirit's guidance to you. If you've kind of hit that wall in your manifesting and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing and it's still not showing up, and what the hell, you know, like, what do I need to be doing differently here? With the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Wands, this is Spirit saying, take a step back, okay? Detach from the outcome, detach from your dependency on the 3D reality, okay? Meaning that if it's not showing up in the 3D, it doesn't mean that it's not coming. And we know that, you know, we take that seriously. And with the Knight of Wands energy here, like I said, this is kind of a scattered energy. So this is more so, I feel like, encouraging a bit of a scattered energy here because your eggs are too much in one basket right now for anything to be able to come through to you, you know? It's too much of an energy of clinging, of needing, of trying, of forcing, of desperation. There is a need to take a breath, take a step back, and focus your energy on something entirely different that doesn't pull so much of your, you know, emotional, it doesn't pull your energy too hard. You know, maybe we get into a new hobby. Maybe we get really into learning about something, or we just do something to kind of fill up that space, you know, fill that void. As we take a step back, as we detach, occupy your time with something different, so that it's not like we have this huge gaping void and then we're trying to not think about it. You know, that just kind of perpetuates it. This is Spirit saying, no, think about something else. Get involved with something else for a short period of time, you know, because you've done all the work. As I said, you've done all of the work that you need to do. Now we have to wash our hands of it, let it go, you know, put the post in the mail, let it go, and go about our day. You know, maybe once in a while throughout the day it pops up in our head, great. But then just remember to kind of come back to center, to release the grip, release the attachment from the outcome. Okay, and then it will come. But yeah, right now, this is just Spirit really wanting you to be aware of whenever you kind of feel that inner conflict happening within the self, that kind of push, that kind of force. I'm doing all this work. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it getting me anywhere? It's time to take a step back, detach a little, okay? Because anytime this is your reminder too. You've been looking for loads of work to do in the manifesting realm. This is your next assignment, right? Feeling when that feeling of doubt creeps in, feeling when that feeling of frustration creeps in, noticing that and letting that be your indicator. Okay, I'm too dependent on the 3D right now. I'm too attached. Spirit is not responding to this energy right now. Anytime you start to feel that frustration well up inside you, let that be your red light. You know, hello. Spirit is not responding to me right now. As long as I hold this vibration, Spirit is not going to respond. Spirit has cut me off. Okay, so in that case, let's redirect our attention to something completely different, something neutral. something neutral, you know? Maybe you really want to get into, I don't know, painting or philosophy. Just thinking of random neutral things, but anything that kind of mildly piques your interest, learn everything you can about it. You know, fill that void with something else as you take a step back, and you will be astounded at what comes towards you. Okay? Okay, so that is all that I have for you all today. I really do hope that this reading was helpful for you if you are on the manifesting journey, specifically manifesting love. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button as I have more coming. And yeah, I hope to be reading for you again very soon. Okay,